This is me.
This is me.
This is me.
这是我。
This is me.
This is me.
And this is us.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of This Is Us. And more importantly, everybody, welcome to October, which is considered Meet the Blind Month for the NFB. So, this series, I wanted to come on and bring some people on, just to kind of tell about their experience and give you guys the opportunity to meet some people in the blind community. And I figured, why not invite Justin and Londrell on? So you guys, how y'all doing?
We're doing good.
So real quick, because I can run my mouth all day, I'm going to let you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick. So if you guys can give us your name, your ages, and where you're from.
I'm Londrell Urquhart. I am 24, and I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
And I am
Okay.
Dustin Williams. I'm 23, and I am from Arlington, Georgia.
Oh, okay. All right now, fellow Georgia. Look, I'm in Columbus right now. So
You-
yeah.
Like 2 hours away from Arlington.
I grew up in Gwinnett County, so that was my old stomping ground. But
Oh.
look, this ain't about this ain't about me. So let me get off me real quick. But yeah, okay. So if you guys can actually tell me about each of your eye conditions and how long you've been dealing with it.
I have a condition called pseudotumor cerebri, and I got my condition last year in November. So next month on November 1st will be a year that I've been blind.
Okay.
And I have regular dystrophy, and I've been this way since birth.
That's interesting. The differences between the two of you guys, the parallel differences. Huh. That is interesting. Wow. Okay. Huh. Okay. Look, I'm in just awe right now. But don't worry, we gonna talk about it. Don't you worry. But for those of our viewers who are like me and actually totally blind, can you guys give a physical description of yourselves?
I am African American. I am a dark skinned woman. I'm 5'3", eyes and brown hair.
Okay.
And I am also African American, dark skin, brown eyes. I would say fit. Well, low cut.
Okay. Well, look, now that we done got all those formalities out of the way, so you guys are where right now?
We go to World Services for the Blind. It's in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay. And so for those of you guys who maybe that are watching and maybe don't know, this essentially is a school for the visually impaired, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. And so what kind of things do they teach you in this school?
They have a pre-vocational program, and they also have a vocational program. In the pre-vocational program, they teach you things as far as keyboarding, assistive technology. They have cooking, how to sweep, braille, mobility. Those are all their pre-vocational programs. And then they have vocational programs. The vocational programs are basically like programs that you can do to get a certificate or a license.
Okay.
Some of their vocational programs are oh yeah, and medical and billing. Ain't it medical and billing?
Yeah.
Medical and billing also.
Oh wow. Okay. So look, if I'm not being too probing, what courses are both of you guys taking?
I initially about world services from my eye doctor. When she realized that I wasn't gonna get my vision back, she suggested me to come here. So I initially came here for just the pre-vocational training, like as far as mobility and stuff. But as I March, so going on 7 months. So I'm at the end of my pre-vocational training, and I decided to go ahead and do a vocational program. The vocational program that I decided to do is massage therapy.
And I also graduated from massage therapy. Now working on taking my license to become a licensed massage.
So, me personally, and I have a couple of friends who are actually trying to pursue that as a career as well. Is it hard? Like, I guess maybe this question is more for Justin. Is it like hard learning, or is it hard, going through that process to, I guess, learn that trade?
Well, I would say it's hard, but it all depends on who the person is and how much do they really want to do it. And the school that I went to and the one that Londrell is currently going to go to, is you're around sighted people, so where we went, it wasn't any type of accessible for blind. So what we have to do is use the technology that we get as blind people to record the lessons and then go back and look at it once we're done. But the instructors that we have, they will take out time to show you everything that you need to know. As far as the book, while they're looking at it in the book, they will show it to you physically, so you will get an understanding of it as well.
Oh yeah, because the massage program here, it's not exactly on the campus of the school. They have a contract with a massage school, so the school, this World Service for the Blind has a driver, and the driver takes you to the massage school, and then your program is still there. And then I guess it's from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then at 4, the school has a driver come back to the massage school and pick you up and bring you back here.
And you would do that Wednesday, and you will be off on Thursdays and Fridays.
Wow. Okay. So I mean, and the funny thing is myself, I knew that schools existed. I had a couple of other health issues while I was going through my training, so I didn't have the opportunity to go to school, at least like you guys are. But I guess for anybody who would be interested in trying to go to the school, what would they do? Where would they search for the information, or?
I found out about World Services for the Blind through my eye doctor, but basically they do have a website, and you can go on the World Services for the Blind website, and they're also on Google, so you can call them. And the process for me was basically I just had to do the application, and then after I did the application, they got in contact with me. I had to do a tour where the city that I'm from is only 45 minutes away from the school, so it wasn't that long of a drive for my parents to drive me up here to do the tour. And then after the tour, you have to come here. You have to send them your eye report and all that. So, but our state counselor pay for us to here. And I think it's I don't know, I guess it's different for each state, but I know for Get it first.
I think. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was me or what. But yeah. Okay. So again, I guess for those of you guys, and I was going in and out, so I'm assuming you went ahead and told the process. So for everybody who's interested for going to a blind school, hopefully you guys can reach out and get some help there. But look, one of the things I really really, really wanted to talk to you guys about is it has always been a debate within the blind community of do you date blind or someone else blind, or do you date somebody else sighted?
We talk about that all the time because we just had this same conversation the other day. So it's like there is a big debate about whether blind people date blind people or date someone that's sighted. But we just had the same conversation the other day that we were talking about like how when me and him first got together, we was talking about I know for me, with me only being visually impaired and blind for a year, I had never been someone that was blind and visually impaired. And I hit vision. I started at the beginning, like my first 3 months of being blind and visually impaired, I didn't really want somebody that was blind and visually impaired because I was like, I can't drive. I can't get certain stuff that I can't see, so I don't want somebody that can't do the same stuff that I can't do because somebody gotta be able to do it. And
right.
I know for Justin, he said that it was the same for him. He didn't want a girlfriend that was like black and visually impaired.
Yeah, because I felt the same way. I'm like, well, if I can't see and I gotta get back and forth to work, I need someone to be able to drive me back and forth to work. But I mean, life got a different way for everybody. So to be honest, it's really good that because it's more understanding and you have to explain it so many times over and over and over. And both of y'all could mess up and there wasn't nothing to be said. But if it was like with a sighted person, I feel more comfortable now dating someone, which I'm gonna continue dating her. But I feel more comfortable now dating someone that's either visually impaired or completely blind because we're all in the
we don't have to try to explain our disabilities.
Right.
And then on top of that, not only is it's outside of it, it really, like I know a lot of people don't realize that like blind people are actually the most funny people that you can be around. When I first got to World Service for Blind, my first outside of myself being the first blind person I ever met, I had never met blind before. So when I first started class, everybody else would walk through the doors, knock on the door. It was just so funny. It was like I was blind. So when we be like laughing at each other because it been so many times we'll go to the store. We see mannequins. We'll sit and walk past the mannequin. And Justin says, "Hey, how are you, sir?"
Justin, like she haven't done it
Oh man, and look, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She actually walked past clothes and said, "Excuse."
Oh wow. Well, look. Go ahead.
And like fun being with somebody that's like the same as you.
And then kind of kind of nervous for you to come together and person or is it going to be done? So that's part. So me going, it makes you feel more comfortable because you can open up to them quicker than you would be able to with a sighted person.
Yeah, definitely. I know, and that was the main thing that I was really kind of like, and I think a lot of us, and I think that's why the debate is so prevalent in the blind community, because I feel like you guys, it's something about not having to explain certain things. It's something about you know, the other person just getting it. And I literally am at a place in my life where it's like I get a rush off of being able to do certain things that maybe I thought I couldn't do, and then to be able to share that with someone else, I think is amazing. So
Yes.
yeah, so definitely kudos to you guys. But you know, I gotta ask the question: what is probably the best thing about you two being together, and then what is probably the thing that you wish that you didn't have to deal with?
I would say for me, the best thing about us being together is not only he has the same, we don't have the same eye condition, we have the same. So, like we said, I don't have to try to like explain to him how it is, and even outside of our field, like with he's like he's a male version of myself. Like everything that I like, he likes. Everything that I love, he loves. How goofy I am, he's the same exact way. Like just in a male version. So not only like outside of us relationship, he's like my actual like best friend. Like it's been plenty of times. He's been plenty of times he's wanted me to like have like female friends and go hang out with them, and I'll try to go hang out with people, but then like an hour into hanging out with somebody, I don't want to be around them no more. I want to go back. And say the thing that I wouldn't like, that I don't really like that much. I would say, well, as you know, we're both visually impaired, so but Justin has a little more vision than I do. So a lot of things that like I can't see or do, he tries to help me. But if he doesn't see it, then we try to figure it out. But I can admit that like sometimes when I can't see it and I need help and I try to ask him and then he can't see it, I do get frustrated because I be like, I know he has more vision than me, but I also know that he's still blind and visually impaired. But sometimes I do get frustrated. Like if I ask something like, "What is this?" or "Can you help me figure this out?" and if he don't know, if he doesn't know either, then I get real frustrated, and I be like, ugh.
The thing that I like the most is the same as she said, is being able to be a couple, but also being best friends. So I feel if we were both sighted, we still would be best friends because we so much alike. So just having that person to where you can just grow old with, and not only that, just have fun with on a daily basis. Y'all just laugh about anything. Y'all just do anything just to pass time, to just be in each other's presence. It just feel good. And the worst thing I would say is like when we're trying to get around because we got to depend on transportation.
Right.
Or it's getting help, assistance. When we want to get something and we try to get some assistance and they're taking forever, and then when we ask for some assistance, they still act like, after we tell them that we're visually impaired, they still act like that we're not. So I would say getting around with transportation.
Yeah, what I tell y'all, I literally just dealt with that. I went out and ran some errands earlier today, and that's another topic for another day. but it's funny. So like to listen to you guys talk, especially more with you, Londrell. So I have a really good friend, and we're both total. So when I tell you everything is black, even little stuff like if we meet, because he doesn't live down here in Georgia, we travel back and forth to see each other a lot. And so, you know, a lot of times, like if we're just going and we go to literally like shake each other's hands, it's like a whole 5-minute ordeal trying to figure out where each other's hands are so we can shake each other's hands. Or like if we at a restaurant or we hanging out or something like that, like if I need to give him my phone or money or whatever, just trying to like figure out a way to say, okay, well, here's where my hand is, this is where your hand, when are we gonna connect to be able, you know, it's frustrating, I get it, but you know, like I said earlier, it's definitely a rush when you can say, okay, you know what, we did it, we did it. I'm actually supposed to be going to meet up with him in November, and each time we get together, we try to do something that the general public doesn't think blind people can do. And that's why I'm so amazed with you guys, because again, I think the general public, I'm doing air quotes, the general public thinks that this is not supposed to happen. And I love it. I love every second of it. So definitely kudos to you guys.
Thank you. And we just go out the box. We just think outside the box. You may see us one time at a trampoline park. You may see us at Chuck E. Cheese. Wherever the wind blows, that's where we going. We
All right now. So, one of my final questions to the both of you. Now, Londrell, I know that I actually got in contact with you through TikTok. And so, Justin, I'm not sure if you have a TikTok page, but I know that you've also been featured on some of Londrell's videos on TikTok. What has y'all experience been on TikTok so far?
My experience on TikTok so far, just he has a TikTok, but he doesn't post. So most of the time, if he's like conversating on TikTok, it's on mine. So my experience on TikTok so far, because I tell like Justin about all like the things that happen on TikTok, and I actually love it because I mean they have a few quirks they might need a fix here and there as far as over, but as far as that, like with other blind and or visually impaired people on TikTok, it's like I actually love being on there because Justin will tell you, like when I'm on TikTok, half of all of the people I follow on TikTok are blind and visually impaired people.
Mm-hmm.
I love like seeing other blind and visually impaired people do stuff that people in the sight community feel like that we can't do. So when I'm on like my following page and watching other blind and impaired people's TikToks, it makes me so happy that they're all, not only am I showing what the sighted community might not feel I'm able to do, but they're doing the same thing. So it's like we're all coming together as like one big group or community proving statistics wrong.
Like TikTok for completely blind and visually impaired. Give us our own stage where we all can come together. It's like to show the public, show the sighted that not only can they do it, we also can do it. No matter what, no matter if it's raising kids, no matter if it's cooking, whatever the situation may be. I mean, we can do it as well. It's like our own grand stage where we can go out and we can be up there and have fun just as much as sighted people do.
Amen. Amen. And it's funny because although, again, it was so inspiring, I laughed at you, Londrell, when you were getting ready for your date to go out with Justin. And I think it was something about, oh my God, I don't know how to put on lashes, and I've never put on lashes blind. And I was like, oh, man. So, look, the public wants to know, did you ever figure out how to put on those lashes?
No, I'm still trying to figure out how to put those on. Like when I was sighted, I was able to put lashes on like within like 2-3 minutes. But then after I lost my vision one day, I was like, okay, I love wearing lashes. So I was like, let me try to figure out how to put it on. I tried twice trying to put it on. They all up on my eyebrows. And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna keep trying to practice, but
Practice makes perfect.
Yes, but until
there you go.
I said practice makes perfect. I'm gonna keep trying to practice doing it myself, but until I'm able to get it, I'm just gonna have somebody else
now,
do it.
Me personally, I'm not gonna ever cut my own hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let somebody. Mm-hmm. But you continue, baby, going with your lashes. You do that.
One time I was like, if I ever said I wanted to be a female blind barber, would he let me practice on his head? Tell me what you told me. Would you let me practice on your head?
Oh, I said no.
Not letting me touch his hair, and if I wanted to be a blind
my
barber.
hairline is already receiving as it is. That's for the blind people that can't see. And his hairline is receiving way back in Africa. So I have and do with that, and I love you, baby, but I can't let you do that.
So wait a minute. So if he were to allow you to cut his hair, would you allow him to do your hair?
I don't even want her to allow me to do that.
Because there's been a couple of times where I've been doing my hair and like I have to sometimes, or even if I get dressed, I'll ask him, I'll be like, Justin, how do I look? I look cute. He'll tell me without even looking at me, he'll tell me that I look cute, or even if my hair all over my head, he's still gonna tell me that I look cute. So, I gotta call somebody else that can. I call people that, my brother or somebody and ask them because my hair be all over my head. And he's still going to say, you look beautiful.
So that night that you were getting ready for that date, where did you guys go that night, if you don't mind me asking?
Where did we go? Oh, we went to, it's this restaurant and bar here in Little Rock called Brewski's. We go there a lot, but I guess since we're used to that place.
And they're also blind friendly.
Yeah, they're very blind friendly. Every time we go, we have the same waiter. So every time we go, her name's Kenna. Every time we go, she's always like, my people are here. She's always every time we come. So and she knows that we're blind and visually impaired, so she makes like everything always accessible for us when we come. Because a lot of people be thinking that like blind and or visually impaired people don't want to have a drink sometimes. I know I'm going.
Hello, thank you.
Yes, like I guess they think we just stay in the house 24/7 and don't do anything, but I don't like to be bored. I like to have fun.
We always are out. Like majority of the time, we going somewhere. We're never in the building because we got like even if we going for a walk, we going somewhere. We don't most of the time we don't even know where we gonna go until we get there. We just pick a place and we just say, you know where we going. So we hardly ever in the building.
We were just trying to go camping, so we're trying to figure out where to go camping now.
Oh, wow, okay, cool. Well, that's one of the really good things that I like. And I've heard different stories about blind schools and stuff like that. But one of the great things that I feel like it does teach you is definitely independence and just be able to get out and try new things and feel comfortable. Because, like, not too long, I was like, I want to go to a bar. But I'm like, do I go by myself? And are they going to know? And and all of this. And for y'all to say that, well, shoot, we finna go to the bar tonight, and y'all go and you have a good time. So yeah,
I can say one thing that blind schools do, because when I first was getting ready to come to World Services, I was on one hand, I was like really scared because I've never like been in a whole other city away from because the city I'm from is like 45 minutes away from here, so I've never been in a whole other city by myself, like without my parents or my siblings and stuff. So I was scared by myself, but then on the other, like my state, like here, or to have somebody come home and train me. I decided I was come here because I felt like I know my mom and they were trying to like be like to have sympathy for me and try to understand. Kind of wasn't the same being around them and trying to understand how I felt and being around other people that actually know how I feel. So I was really scared to come here. And like before I came, when I was at home, when I first lost my vision last year, I would not leave my driveway like worth nothing. I barely want to go outside, but I would not leave my driveway worth nothing because I felt like if I go somewhere or step out of the yard or something, I felt like people were gonna try to. I told my mom I felt like people were gonna try to kidnap me or kill me and stuff. And she would ask me why did I feel like that, and I feel like, well, I'm blind, so I feel like people were trying to kidnap me and stuff. And so the thing that got me like actually going places and like staying out of my comfort zone and being scared is coming here to World Services for the Blind, because like doing mobility and having to cook and stuff on my own and stuff, that actually like helped me realize, okay, well, I mean, I'm blind, but life still has to continue.
And with me coming from a small town in Georgia, which is Arlington, Georgia, so coming from there and now being in Little Rock, where it's way bigger, and me trying to get around, it's like I was nervous at first, but I was like, I'm young. I'm going to go places. I'm not going to have someone with me all the time. So I'm having to figure out how to do it myself. So that's when ability, and then that's when I started. They were showing me all different places I could go to, and as we was doing it, I remember where we're going, and then I just went from there. So now, and then learning how to use Ubers and Lyfts and how to use the thing, we move around more probably than any sighted people.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, you guys, we've come to that great portion of the interview where I allowed the interviewees the option of being able to ask me something. So, do each of you guys have a question for me?
You have a question?
No, I don't have a question.
My question would be, so what is your eye condition?
So mine is actually diabetic retinopathy. I was previously diabetic. I was juvenile diabetic, and just did not take care of my my body, and it wrecked my body, including taking my vision. And so after a couple of eye surgeries, that's when I ended up becoming totally blind. So, and when I tell you everything is black and no shadows, no shapes, no colors, no nothing. So, yeah, diabetic retinopathy.
How old
Yeah.
you lost your vision, if you don't mind me asking?
So I'm actually 36 now, and I lost it in 2012. So I would have been 27 when I lost my vision.
I'm glad you know that because I couldn't do the math right.
Maybe exactly.
And it's funny because I'm in my head like, okay, wait a minute, it was 2012 and I'm 36 now, and next year will be 10 years. So yeah, I've had to say it a couple of times before, so I was like, yeah, next time I say it, I need to have the number right so I don't look a fool. So.
That was really all I wanted to had to ask, and I wanted to know.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Wow.
Oh yeah, look, y'all even speaking like y'all together. Look at that, ain't that cute?
Hey, honestly.
They're just a girl version of myself.
So again, you guys, this is another episode of This Is Us, and we'll be talking to